Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're heading back over to Oaks Detail to get the full Monty done on my C8 Corvette. When I say the full Monty, what I'm talking about is getting the XPEL clear coat as well as ceramic coating and all sorts of paint correction and stuff like that. So we're gonna head over there right now and get it done. So one of the important things that I want to stress here is that what I'm getting done is the full smorgasbord. It is the clear film, full paint protection on every single thing on the car. So there will be nothing that's unprotected. Now there are other affordable options that will get the bulk of it, like we just did to Eric's car, the front end, full front end plus rockers and mirrors. Really good, and I think that's a wonder. I think that's what the minimum is that you should do for these cars, because they are going to get pitted up. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you Eric's car right now, what he just did, and you guys tell me if you can even really tell and if it's worth it. Oh boy, we're picking it up. Eric's C8 spent $2,000 on a badge removal. Now, actually, what did we do?
So we did remove the badge, and then full front end XPEL. So the entire bumper, including all the black or carbon flash accents and the surrounds. We did the headlights as well, the full hood, the fenders all the way to the door jambs and wrapped in.
Now, for those who are wondering, what is XPEL?
The XPEL is the clear protection, paint protection film. So
okay.
To prevent the rock chips and strike through debris and that kind of stuff. And then mirrors are wrapped, the stalks, the full mirror sides, and the front of it as well, and then the rocker panels too. So this is actually a $2,600 combination. And then what that does, gets all the main impact areas covered and prevents the rock chips and road debris and road rash, all that kind of fun stuff that happens. And Eric only had 600 miles, I'm sorry. And we already had about a dozen chips on the front end to take care of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And again, like I said, with the waterborne paint, it chips pretty easily. And how low and wide these cars and all these angles, they just catch them everywhere.
Yeah. So you did the paint correction stuff and like.
Yeah, we paint corrected everything was getting wrapped, and then did the touch up on the existing chips that we found, and then applied the film on top. So that way the film's only gonna look as good as the paint does. So
right.
Want the paint looking as best as possible, and then protecting it and locking it in. And then you have the 10-year warranty with the film too.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Can we see it?
Huh? It's hard to see. So you went like all the way up into the stick? Yep.
Like.
It's all the way up there.
Oh man, look at that. It's. You have to be like right there. Oh my gosh! Look how you cannot tell that it's. You said you got all of this? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's water. What are you guys doing? Water on this thing? So you did. Where did you do?
So it comes up to here. How is this? It wraps around that, and it comes all the way up to the top of it.
Oh, wow.
And it's wrapped in on the door jamb too. And then that whole lower piece, it's a separate piece, but that's wrapped as well.
Wow.
Headlights?
Yep, lights are up too.
So this was like $2,600 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that's like way better, as a price point for like the majority of the protection that you need at $2,600 bucks.
Yeah.
Versus like our full money that we're talking about for this thing, right. Which is like everything inside and out, like.
Again, and that other pricing too was with the coating on top, the wheel.
Yeah.
And that's everything.
Yeah, that's every single thing. Yeah. No, I get that. I don't think a lot of people got that. I think they were like, what? This is the base. This is the one that we like strongly recommend for, saving the important parts of your car, the most exposed parts of your car. So I think that that's absolutely worth it. Wow, it looks good. I don't know. Without the badge or with it?
That's staying off.
It's staying off?
Yeah, I think it works with that color really well. It's like yours, it breaks up. It's good contrast. It's not really. I think that color.
You see the rear window tint now too?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the windows tinted and all.
Well,
I don't think
we didn't have the rear. You showed the other tint, I think. Maybe you didn't.
No, I didn't put that in the video. Now I will. Dang.
So you can still see
Oh
the
man,
engine.
nah, you can't see the engine. You should just give me that cover.
Okay.
And so how do we start this thing?
So we do the initial full prep, so that's going to be the wash, decontamination of the paint surface, the clay bar, get all the iron deposits, debris, any kind of just surface contamination off the paint, get the cars pretty much effectively clean as possible, and then get into the clean room to do the paint correction process, which will get the paint as perfect as possible, all the swirls, marring, everything else out of the surface, because the film is only going to look as good as the paint is looking. And then after that process is done, re-clean it, get all the dust and polishing residue off, and then start the film wrap. And then that will go from the front end to the entire vehicle all the way to the back.
Oh boy. Okay, so time for a wash and then off to the prep room with very special lighting. You see how ugly I really am there, so I'm not going to go over there. We're going to check on the progress of the car. It's been a couple days. And one of the things that, if you recall, we were talking about getting the prep, getting certain panels and stuff off, and getting, oh, they're turning the lights on for me. And really then getting it ready to get the clear coat. And let's find out where we're at. I don't see it in the clean room, or the prep room, so that must mean that we are in film now. And oh, there it is. All right, there's Nick. Yep. And I see some panels are missing. I see that we've left the Corvette logo on, like I was begging you to do.
Until we can get a replacement one, we'll leave that alone.
The Stingray is gone. I think we are definitely leaving the Stingray off. Oh, panels are gone here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. If anybody was wondering what the sub looks like, there it is. And let's see. And where are we at? Okay, so the rest of the panels are kind of on. And I guess it looks good. It looks really good. I see some of the imperfections that we found from the factory are gone. Like that one hazy spot that was somewhere over there.
Yeah, it was like a flat sanded area there, probably for post removal of a defect, but it wasn't polished out or corrected out, so, but all that's removed.
Yeah, you find any good rock chips on this thing?
There's quite a few. Fortunately, mostly small. There's only the one known big one, but yeah, I'd probably say a little over almost 2 dozen on the lower rockers. Fortunately, on the small side, but obviously continued driving is kind of get continuously beat up.
Yeah, this is 1,500 miles. Imagine what'll happen when I put the miles that I want on it.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. So.
The paint protection film is not on, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
So and I'll show you guys the preparation for that, where we modify the patterns and cut them out. And
do you guys think I should put the logo back on? I feel like I need it. I don't know. Eric doesn't have it on, but I feel like my creamsicle kind of needs it. The guys have gone over it pretty, heavily, and we found a couple defects. Like there's a defect in my paint up here. You guys see that? That's pretty wild. I had the top off once. It's never touched anything. I had it, in the trunk, put it back on. I didn't even drive with the top off. So that's an interesting, thing. It's never touched the ground. It only touched the hinges that are in the trunk. So which is nowhere near those. That's nuts. So we'll talk to the GM about that one. And then I got a rock chip up here, which we'll get that touched up before the clear wrap goes on. Well, on that cue, let's go see the patterns.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, Nick, so now that we've seen the car without anything on it, no protection whatsoever, we got to get some protection on it.
Yeah, so now what we're doing, getting the actual film patterns ready for the car. So this is the patterns themselves before they get plotted. And what I was going to show you guys here is...
check that monitor out.
Yeah, curve monitor is great. So the existing pattern here, as you see this yellow line.
Okay, so this is a door.
Yes, this is the driver door. So this line is the standard options on extending panel and the film to go past it. So this is what the XPEL engineers, everything else already made. So what I would do is customize it, add the 1/2 inch here for wraparound so it doesn't stop at the edge of the door. And then you can see there's reliefs for where the door, the top of the door where that hard angle is. This film can't contour around an angle like that without bunching up, it's too thick. So those reliefs are good for line up, and then that's where it'll stop at the edge, and everything else here will wrap around the door so you don't see it. But what I'm going to further do is there isn't an option for extending the front of the door, which is, you know, rounded out, and we don't want to have a hard line on top. So now I can customize the pattern myself further, go down here and add where I want it to extend. As you see, it's turning yellow as I go. And this way I can add my own length on there. And as you'll see now, it's
bigger.
So
that's what she said.
Yeah, this only works for film patterns.
Darn it.
Then you have your door trim surrounds as well.
Cool.
So this way, once it goes on, it'll go all the way around, and I'm actually gonna go further because we have these inserts off the car right now, so that we can wrap in. So I'm actually going to remove this cutout completely, and I'll relief it on the car since it'll be spaced away and I won't have to worry about the gap there.
Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah, so now it's just going to be one solid sheet. I'm leaving the mirror relief because it's such a small area of exposure.
Yeah, that little line there, I guess.
Yeah, that's where it'll flap in basically. If it was a more exposed area, if there's a few inches on top, or you know, it's not really something you'll ever see, and a little more work it's not worth the squeeze at that point, just to hide that little seam. So what I'll do here is now the door is ready to plot. Bring this back up. And it goes right over here. It gets cut into the film so I can weed it out. I don't have to worry about cutting anything on the car or anything like that.
Yeah, you know, I've definitely seen. I have one customer whose car was like cut on the car, and the film wasn't right, and then they took it off and found all the damage to the car, completely defeating like the purpose of. I mean, his was wrapped a color, but still, I mean, that's not what you want.
Yeah, even on vinyl, it's not entirely necessary. I mean, I won't say that there isn't points where you do need to, you know, trim and cut film when it's on the car, but there's very little pressure needed. What you do is serrate the film. You don't cut through.
Right. Yeah.
Once you do too much pressure, you cut through, and then that's where you have those problems.
Wait, did it do it?
Yeah.
It did. I swear to God, I was like, I thought it was measuring.
No.
I thought it was measuring this whole thing.
All trimmed in there.
That was crazy.
Yep. This is the top plate here.
I swear I didn't even know that was happening. I can't believe I missed that. I was expecting like hearing cutting sounds and stuff, but it was just like do 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 do.
Obviously, now next step's getting it off of here and putting it on the car.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Well, thanks for showing us that. Okay, so we're prepping the door. That's just water?
Yeah, it's just distilled water. Rinsing it down, getting any dust or anything off of it.
This is the KY jelly, right?
Yes.
All right.
Sprayed them all in. Bad form, bad form, bad form.
You guys thought the orange peel was bad before. Oh my gosh. cool because it's like clearly it's there, and then all of a sudden you're scraping by and it's gone. And now it's protected from mayhem, like me. Okay, we are back at Oaks for the final reveal, and let's see if we can notice any changes here. And it looks the same but shinier. So that's kind of what we're looking for, right? Like you know, you can really see the flake of the paint here. It's just, that's the only thing that I'm really noticing. I don't see any like lines. I mean, if I look really close, so this is how close you have to look to see, you know, the line. There are definitely lines, but you know, it's protected. Like otherwise, it actually looks deeper with the coating on, or the XPEL, the paint protection film. It's, man, even there's like you can't really tell. I mean, we got some water. Yeah, get the water off. Dang. So for those of you who don't remember at the beginning of the video, and I'm sorry for the wind noise here, the car basically got the full Monty. So we got the car was all touched up, so like all the defects from the factory, which we did find a couple, some spots that, like, you know, the factory definitely like wet sanded down trying to remove some blemishes. We have one that we did not fix from the factory, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We wet sanded the car, basically got, you know, rid of any defects, the paint correction. Then we put the clear film on, and now after doing the clear film, it is ceramic coated, and it looks really, really nice. You can see that the wheels, ideally the wheels are going to stay really nice. This is going to be the big thing that I'm looking forward to, is that the wheels will be able to be washed by just like spraying them down with water, and all that brake dust will minimally stick to it, and ideally will be just a lot easier. I'm excited about the extra protection that I have, and then it's basically like a car condom, a very slim car condom, not like the stuff that, you know, other shops use. Something that's, you know, really just sleek. Get all that feeling without any of the damage. The perfect car condom. Perfect. If you guys are interested in getting this done to your Corvette, definitely hit up Oaks Detail. Eric has the front half of his done. Basically the high impact areas, that's the more affordable thing, and this guy is like the full Monty, all the way front to back. Everything is protected. Look how shiny it is. I haven't seen this car in a little while. This whole thing was about 2 weeks worth of work. So if you're wondering about how much work it, you know, goes into this, it's 2 weeks of labor working on this car to make it, you know, what it is. And yeah, very excited.
I forgot to tell you, I also wrapped the door sills.
What? The doors?
There's film on here too.
Oh, that's cool.
Because, you know.
Yeah, no, I mess that up all the time because I'm like lazy getting in and just like
Just kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, both sides, that's all wrapped as well.
Oh, that's
On top
cool.
of this being wrapped in, so.
Oh, well, thank you.
All the way through.
Nice. I'm like scared to sit in it. Cool. So Nick, anything else?
Nah, let's go drive it.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but let's do it. Okay, guys, so we're in it. It smells clean, and that's all I got. If you're interested in having your C8 or any of your cars done, by the best on the East Coast for sure. Definitely hit up Oaks Detail. Again, thank you to Oaks for another wonderful job for both me and Eric's car, as well as the rest of the stuff that you do, because it's really amazing how you can make somebody's garage detail look like shit compared to what you do professionally, because some of those garage details look pretty good, and then you put them next to this and it's like, wow, ridiculous. Okay guys, adios.